I'm blown away by the fact that you don't have any cigarettes on you.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to quit.
How's it going?
You know what? It's not as bad as I thought it would. You know, that's the thing. Keep in mind, I've only been smoking for maybe 3 years. Maybe 3 years.
What?
Yeah. Maybe
You didn't smoke when I first met you?
No. So when people are like, a lot of people, when I am smoking who haven't seen me in a while,
Yeah.
they're like, what are you doing? Like, you smoke now? I'm like, well, I stopped drinking. And that's what really happened. I stopped drinking, and then I started smoking. I would have a cigarette every now and again, but it was like very few and far between. Like, I rarely have ever asked for a smoke while drinking.
Dude, you look like a person who has cigarettes falling out of you.
I know. There are three major assumptions about me that people make based on aesthetic right away. Yeah. Number one, that I smoke.
Yes.
Straight up.
I think that would be the safest assumption that somebody can make. If somebody was like, I need to make a safe bet to be able to ensure that my kids can go to college. Yeah. And they saw you walking by and you're like, well, that's a smoke.
That guy smokes. Number two, that I have multiple tattoos. People make that assumption right away, which, again, aesthetically, I can understand.
I could see that. I could see you having tattoos. I could see you have like an anchor or something tattooed on you. Or some sort of like old school
nautical.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
I've got the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. Yeah, some Popeye bullshit, sure. But I have no tattoos.
Yeah.
The other third assumption that people see and base on aesthetic is that my house is in a constant state of disrepair and constantly messy.
I don't know if I would assume that your house is in a constant state of disrepair, but I would assume that you have some motorcycle parts in your living room.
Oh, yeah. I can see, just like crap strewn about.
Yeah.
And that is not the case either. I have organized chaos in my house, but I like to keep my house very clean and tidy. Or at least organized enough where I know where things are. I don't like a lot of shit just laying about. Like in places it doesn't belong. Like, I don't know. I like to put things away.
Yeah, you strike me as a person that would like go into a pocket and find a cigarette you forgot you had.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
still lit.
That's happened since I oh, shit. Hell yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to cut down.
What were you smoking? How many were you smoking? And what are you at
so
now?
I would probably go through like a pack a day. And that to me, I was like, that's fucking wild, just ripping through. And there are some times where I would go through like a pack and a half a day. And the reason I would do that is I drink, or when I did drink, I would drink how I would eat, and how I smoke how I eat. And I eat very fast, and I consume very fast. And that was like part of the problem with my drinking wasn't so much the frequency. That was part of it. Don't get me wrong. The frequency of my drinking was definitely part of it.
Yeah.
But it was also my rate of consumption with that booze. For every...
You mean like the volume?
Just the amount that I would just put away in a sitting was fucking disgusting. And like it wasn't until like a year or two after not drinking when you really start breaking down how much you would drink in a sitting.
Yeah, it's like, how is he swallowing that much liquid without a flush system in his body?
Fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, I would go through at least 4 liters of fucking bourbon a week. That's just on work days.
You listen, man, you couldn't put a gun to my head and make me describe to you what 4 liters looks like.
It's
like right now.
4 big, just bottles.
Oh,
just the bottles of
like a liter of Fanta.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about the liter sodas. I forgot about the liters.
Dude, I don't want to say what a blinding example of stereotype.
What are you talking about?
You have a guy who looks at me and is like, I was going through 4 liters of fucking bourbon. You're like, oh, you mean soda?
Oh, you mean like those things Fanta comes in?
Oh, you mean soda?
Yeah. No, I was like, it was Orange Crush was originally what was in my head.
Yeah.
Like a liter.
Yeah.
That used to be my 2 liter was Orange Crush.
Yeah. Fucking. Soda is amazing.
Yeah.
By the way, but that was another thing I was worried about.
Yeah.
That was another thing I was very worried about was, when you are drinking bourbon or brown liquor to be anything like that, you're getting a lot of sugar within that.
Dude, you told me that. You taught me that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So do you know how I found that out? Do you know the conversation? Because I don't even think I finished telling you what I was telling you when you told me that alcohol had sugar in it.
Yeah, bunches of it.
Yeah, because I had stopped eating sugar January 1st. Stopped eating sugar. And some inflammation that I was dealing with kind of went away. And I didn't know that was going to happen. And I was, like the whole idea of sugar leading to inflammation inside the body is relatively new in the zeitgeist. It's only been in like trust me, if it wasn't new, I would have been on it because I was dealing with inflammation for a very long time.
I didn't know there was that lack of inflammation information.
Dude, the inflammation information is almost
wild.
Yeah, almost non-existent. It's the inflammation information is diminishing.
It's actually the inflammation in that is actually all the opposite end. Don't make any fucking sense.
It's crazy.
So I didn't know. I remember when you were telling me you were cutting out sugar,
and that was just for a thing to do for the year. It wasn't even for any consequences. It was like I'm going to stay disciplined to this for a whole year.
Yeah, you just wanted the discipline.
That's it. I need discipline. I need a lot. I need to be going against my desires and enforcing a better behavior or a different behavior that is against what I definitely want to do right now. I need to do that for a whole year.
You just wanted to flagellate yourself.
Yeah, but I don't like pain. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's pain. Also, not gonna lie. Like, yeah, it's a lot of pain, but dog, like flagellate, like flagging your whatever the word is. Yeah. That it's like the gayest imagery.
What do you mean?
Like hitting yourself with like a cat of nine tails on your own back, like making yourself go. Ah!
I think it's only gay if you make those noises.
What sound do you think you're gonna make?
Fuck!
I was maybe the first two.
If I was hitting myself, I'd be like, that sucks.
Maybe the first two.
I don't think at any point I would beat myself into.
I think that's when you'll stop. I think the first time you. Or you at least should.
Do you think the monks get to like beat yourself until you're gay? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, you'll know.
Right up against the line. If that's the line. The first time you're on the line. You hit yourself one more time.
Maybe Jesus should have tried that.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying maybe the Romans were like, he's had enough. If at some point in time they were beating Jesus and he was like, maybe the Romans would have been like, hey, maybe we should.
You don't think that's what happened? You don't think you were like, stop hitting him, just put him on the cross.
Like,
those sounds are crazy. Those sounds he's making are crazy. Just put him on the cross.
Dude, that
man.
would be wild to go back in time. And she's like,
Get him down. Get him down. Put him in a cave. Put him in a cave. Put him in a cave.
Like, we don't know what Jesus sounded like. If you just go back in time and he's just like,
Yo, but the crazy thing is, beforehand when he was talking to his disciples, he was like, "Yo, disciples, let me holler at you for a minute, real quick."
Yo, gather around.
Yo, circle up. They're about to put your boy on the cross though, but I'm a man up. I'm gonna hold it down when I'm up there though. I want you all to be there. Yo, show your man some support.
Yo, we're gonna have our last grub. 12 of us, y'all. 12 deep.
Yo, you trying to munch?
Yo, one of y'all motherfuckers gonna sell me out though.
Yo,
I know who
somebody better
be.
bring that mac and cheese though. It's a potluck. You better bring that mac. Yo, you gonna bring your mama's mac and cheese? And then he gets up on the cross and he's like, ow.
Yeah, there wasn't another painting by Da Vinci. It said Jesus getting sturdy. It was just
the last is 30.
They never put that in.
Dude, if Jesus was doing the gritty on the way to the cross. Just
wait, what is he doing? Is that Jesus doing the stanky leg?
Just holding the cross on his back. Just doing the stanky leg. Dude, if he takes his wreath of thorns off and like flips it around, puts it on his foot, kicks it up, and lands back on his head.
Dude, you know what would be crazy? Somehow Jesus turns the crown of thorns backwards. It's like we didn't even know that could be done. Yo, that's just Jesus chilling on Golgotha right now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but we don't know. We don't know what Jesus sounds like.
We have no clue.
We have no clue what Jesus sounds like.
Dude, what if he invented the moonwalk? Yo, what if Jesus moonwalked? He moved with a cross on his back and he just moonwalking.
I mean, we can only speculate. We can't. You know, I found, it's crazy. I remember when I was a kid, my cousin Ben, who's now an evangelist, like I had said, he I found out like Christians, especially like very conservative Christians, and especially born agains, they do not like when you make suggestions about Christ that aren't in the Bible.
Correct.
But even if they're positive suggestions.
Oh, like Jesus probably had a hog?
If you're
Did you know that Jesus' flaccid penis hung down to his knees?
Straight up pack him.
And like...
Yeah, dude, but I found out if
Jesus' dick was the Father. As the Holy Ghost. His dick was the Holy Ghost.
I remember there was one time I was talking to Ben and like I said something about Jesus being like an incredible dancer, but they just never talk about it.
Yeah.
And he was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Jesus was a great dancer, like a great. They just never talk about it." He's like, "That don't say that."
Don't say that.
I was like, "I'm saying."
Yeah.
I was like, "Are you trying to say Jesus couldn't like do the worm?" I was like, Jesus could probably break dance better than any of his boys. Like, get out of here. There's no way.
Dude, you think Jesus could do a backflip?
There's no evidence that he couldn't.
There is no evidence to the contrary.
I'm just saying there's I want a painting of Jesus mid backflip and you just see dude, just one guy like falling forward.
Yeah.
Also,
So
fucking sick.
Nobody talks about the Jesus blooper reel.
Oh, when he was trying to do
his miracles,
test miracles. Like the first time he thought he could walk on water, but it wasn't all the way ready yet.
Yeah.
He's like,
it was up to his knees in water. He was up to his knees in water that should have been up to his shoulder.
Yeah, no, it's like, yo, it's like, are you walking on water? It's like, not all the way. I'm
kind of walking in water if you think about it.
Look, I ain't sinking, motherfucker. Am I sinking? Jesus, you're not walking. I'm like, but am I sinking?
Yo, look at the knees, though. Yo, look at the knees.
Hold on. If I pull this all the way up, everything dry, y'all.
All right, how about this? You come over here.
Yeah. No.
You come over here.
Come over here.
Yo, bring your dry ass over here and see what happens.
One of y'all motherfuckers going to be wet.
Yo, like he tried to turn water into wine and just turned it into warm water.
Yeah, it's like,
This water's hot now.
Yeah. Was it hot before? I'm working on it. Yeah, they never do address when Jesus got his powers.
Yeah.
Do they? I don't know anything about the Bible. Do they address?
Like, does he have an origin story? Like,
no,
did he get bit by a radioactive Jesus? He got bit by a radioactive Messiah and started having Jesus powers.
I just wonder if it was like, was it like, mutants? Like when mutants start hitting puberty, they start realizing they have mutant powers.
Well, he used to be, from what I understand. Now, I don't really know a lot about this because this comes from the conspiracies that I find from my ancient advanced civilization obsession.
Sure.
That there are books of the Bible that talk about when Jesus was like prepubescent and a teenager, and apparently he was a menace.
What?
Yeah, I think he killed a guy. I think Jesus got a body on him.
I think it's funny. You're like, he was a menace. Killed a guy. I was like, I don't know. Because in my head, Jesus the Menace just has a slingshot. He's waking up his neighbors, setting off bottle rockets off and shit.
Yeah,
you know?
I think he might have sent the guy to his father. Yo, go speak to my dad.
You ever think Jesus ever did? Do you know who my father is? You ever think he did that? A few times, like, you know my dad is.
I think he predominantly did that.
You think you're going to do this? You know my fucking father is?
I think that's what the problem was.
I think that might have been.
They were sick and tired of hearing him talk about who his father was.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, you're going to the cross.
Quit bragging.
Yeah.
We get it. Yeah, I didn't know. I was always did wonder when the Christ got his powers. Like, that's got to be an amazing day. You know, like to find out, like someone's like, yo, dude, here's the thing.
Yeah.
You can raise the dead. You can walk on water. You can actually change water into booze.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do know that didn't an angel, again, I may be basing this off movies. Didn't an angel tell him at adolescence that he was going to be later killed? I'm not totally sure. That might have been a movie.
And he was like, did my dad tell you that? Where are you getting this information from?
Wait a minute. What?
Wait, huh? What? Who told you that?
Your father's like, I don't even know my fucking dad, man.
That is.
You think I'm going to fucking listen to him?
Yeah.
Man, get out of here. Yeah, I just think that, like, waking up and then being like, yo, I can walk. Someone's been like, yo, you can walk on water, and you can raise the dead, and you can heal the sick, and then the blind, and you can turn water into wine. And here's the thing: you're really, really gonna piss off the Jews. You're really gonna piss them off.
And he was like, "Sign me up." Sign me up. Actually, you didn't have to say the first part. You could have just said you're gonna piss off the Jews, and I would have been all over that.
I am in.
Yeah, he's Mickey Mouse.
We don't know. We don't know what Jesus sounded like. We don't know. That is one thing I think it would be great to go back in time to do. Like, if not for anything else, just to figure out what, like, very big time historical figures actually sounded like, because we don't know. We can, again, make assumptions. We don't know.
Because you know what's crazy about that? You know what would have been, in hindsight, one of the funny... Like, if you could go back in time and find out what historical figures sound like for the first time. Yeah. Like, if we were, like, say, 500 years into the future.
Okay.
And now we get to go back and hear what historical figures sound like for the first time. How much we would crack up the first time we heard Nelson Mandela speak. Do you know what I mean?
But we do know what Nelson Mandela.
We know what he sounds like,
yeah.
and it is crazy.
It is ridiculous.
But if we were hearing it for the first time, 500 years from now,
we'd lose.
That would be
mind.
so hilarious.
Definitely. Like, but I think, with, like, we don't know. We don't even know what. I don't think we know what Lincoln sounded like either.
Nah,
we don't know. And Daniel Day-Lewis did. He did Lincoln, and there were people that were like, I think so crazy because some people are like, he did such an accurate job of Lincoln's voice. I'm like, who was writing down what he sounded like? There was only certain texts that we have. There's like, you could make Lincoln sound awesome.
You could
have made Lincoln sound fucking like, yo, 4 we gotta stop this. We gotta stop slavery right now.
Yo,
man, here's the thing.
Yo, how about we stop owning black?
I mean, it really, Lincoln was from Kentucky, so, he's probably like, yo, man, we got to stop. We got to stop with all these black people being hung up and strung up. We got to let them go.
Let them go.
You know what I'm saying? These black guys don't have it. Maybe they got a lot going on with them right now. We got to like really back it up. figure out what they want. Maybe just give them 40 acres and a mule. They'll figure it out. No way they can't.
It's error proof.
Yeah, I'm just saying, let's back it up and take a second about it. We're not even sitting a spell. These black guys need their own land, man.
Well, you know what's crazy also? That people that look alike sound alike.
People that look alike sound alike?
Yeah, people that look alike, they sound alike. And I think it's because their voice boxes have similar structure.
Oh, that's an interesting theory.
Yeah, because the way that your voice box gets accessed is through the structure of your mouth,
sure,
the structure of your jaw, and all that stuff, and all of our physical characteristics affect the way our voices sound. So, like my identical twins,
yeah,
they sound just alike.
Well, they're identical.
Well, but also you and your doppelganger sound just alike.
Who's my doppelganger?
I don't know that guy.
Dude, for a second I was like, who the fuck do I need to kill right now? I was like, who is it?
Yeah.
Who's the guy? I was like, dude, you've been keeping doppelganger?
You don't know Brian Schoner?
Wait a minute. What? He comes out of nowhere. He's like, I've been trying to quit. You're an idiot. Yeah, I think the funniest person we could ever figure out what it sounds like, I do think, is probably, Caligula. Probably, I think.
Oh, he sounded gay as hell.
There's no way he did it.
He was so flamboyant.
Like he had to have been, right?
He wouldn't even be a little embarrassed about how gay he
sounds. No, Caligula, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no way Caligula was like, oh my god, I can't.
He would, if we highlighted to him how gay he sounds, he would decree it law that everyone has to talk. Like
okay,
that.
So everyone's got to shut up. Okay, so like the Senate, so stupid for reals.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna elect this horse to be on, head of the Senate. And he's gonna make something going on, and I'm gonna have a problem.
Dude, I have to go because my brain is stuck on this right now. Nelson Mandela, right? Nelson Mandela. Okay. Do you remember? I think it was The Princess Bride.
Okay.
And there's like a priest in The Princess Bride when he's like marrying off.
Yeah.
He's like, we have gathered here tonight.
Yeah. Marriage.
Yeah. Nelson Mandela. It's white Nelson Mandela. Dude, I remember when I was a little kid and that came on.
I got to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever heard Nelson Mandela speak. I don't think I've ever heard
That's
it.
why you weren't connecting with
that's why I was like,
how hilarious.
And part of me, I was like, yeah, Nelson Mandela. He started the Mandela effect.
Dude,
maybe I'm Mandela affecting it.
So he sounds just like that guy.
Wow.
Yeah, he sounds just like that guy.
And people followed that dude?
Exactly. That's not what you were expecting him to sound like.
I would have
we were waiting for him to get out of prison for 17 years to hear him speak again.
Well, maybe if he went, it's like prison made me this way.
I mean,
you could easily argue that.
Yeah.
And be like, yo, I didn't always sound like this.
It was tougher now. Every day was a long day.
I just want to let everyone know I made several people hold on to my pocket. Yeah. I was nobody's bitch in there. But, like Nixon sounded like shit. Richard Nixon sounded like total shit.
Oh, he's like, bah, 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 bah.
He's like, well, I can't believe that it happened.
Yeah.
And that's what's so crazy, though.
He sounded like he was always coming a little bit.
Oh. I am not. Oh, I'm not a crook. But yeah, no. What is crazy though, even with Nixon's not so great vocal shit. So when Nixon was debating JFK,
yeah,
it was the first time a televised debate had ever been on, and people who watched the debate, keep in mind, people who watched it said that JFK won the debate.
Yeah.
But people who listened to it said that Nixon had won the debate. And it is crazy. Damn. It is crazy because there were some people who knew of Richard Nixon, but they didn't really know exactly what he looked like.
Yeah.
And there were people that knew of JFK but didn't know exactly what he looked like either. And they're like, yo, one guy sounds like he's coming all the time, and the other guy sounds like a retarded fucking Boston dickhead.
Yeah.
So it's like insane when you think about the aesthetics. When you see JFK, you're like, oh, that guy's good. I guess he's young and good looking.
Yeah.
And you have another guy who looks like a fucking withering old shoe.
Yeah.
Then you put the voice in, I'm like, that guy looks like what he sounds like.
Yeah. He should be telling people to get off his lawn. Nixon should be shaking his fist at scoundrels on his lawn.
I just planted that.
He should be yelling at Dennis the Menace.
Yeah,
Jesus the Menace.
Hey, Mr. Nixon. That would be fucking. Yeah, that would be. I think if we go back in time, Caligula definitely sounded flamboyant and gay, and then I'm willing to bet several kings sounded really whiny, like I want this to happen.
Yeah, Napoleon he has a nose that makes him look like he would have a nasally voice.
Here's the thing about Napoleon. Here's the thing about Napoleon that I found out. Napoleon, short guy, short, but like I've gone my whole life because of, cartoons, movies, everything, figuring that Napoleon was freakishly short. I thought he was freakishly short. Turns out he's my height. I am the height of Napoleon.
Well, I got some bad news for you, Shader. If Napoleon in his time was freakishly short, Ryan, I think you're the perfect height.
I'm glad you said that, because I was going to be like, you're black no matter what.
I might be freakishly short, but you're also freakishly black.
Guess what? You're black. The only thing I had, I'm like, God damn it.
You're black.
Woo! I thought that Napoleon. Yeah, I was like, oh man, he's got to be this crazy guy, and I was like, oh, he's just I'm. It turns out I wouldn't even call myself short. I'm biblically accurate. I'm a biblically accurate height.
What do you mean? Napoleon wasn't in the Bible.
No, but I'm saying people were shorter back in antiquity.
Who told you that?
Science.
How tall was Jesus?
So here's the thing. We don't know. We don't have Jesus's body. We don't have Jesus's body. Where's Jesus's bones?
I'm asking the internet.
Yo, ask Grok right now. He's not going to.
How tall do you think the internet is going to think Jesus is?
I guarantee the internet's going to say Jesus was 6'2" or 6.
I think 5'10". I think 5'10" is the Messiah height.
Messiah height.
I think that's like the perfect height for a Messiah.
Anything taller than that? Why?
Well, then you can't fit in places. He's got to get in.
Imagine Jesus getting into a Volkswagen Beetle. It's not going to be good.
He's got to be able to fit in your heart. You can't be over 5'10".
It's impossible.
Yeah. He's like a Navy SEAL.
That's too much wood to be crucifying a dude.
Right?
They would have never done that. Romans would have never taken that much time to come on. No, they would have. They would have. They would have built the biggest cross on the planet. The Romans, dude.
Yeah, because like
unstoppable.
I'm always blown away when I find out that Navy SEAls are shorter than you think they're going to be on average.
Yeah, they got to be
like 5'9".
because they got to fit in places.
They got to fit in your heart.
They got to. Or under your car to snip your fucking brake line, or get in the fucking drainage duct to blow up your house.
So the Bible does not record Jesus's exact height, but scholars estimate he was likely of average height for a man in 1st century Judea,
which is
5'5", based on skeletal remains of the period. While some interpretations, such as he's taller than you, dude.
No, we're the same height. I'm 5'6". 5'5". That's
you're
5'6"?
Yeah,
we're the same height.
But you said Napoleon's like 5'4".
No, I said I found out he was like 5'6" or something.
He's 5'6"?
Yeah, Napoleon was a regular sized, biblically accurate guy.
Okay, he's biblically tall. All right.
So wait, you're saying I'm the same height as Jesus?
A little bit taller. So you're not Messiah height.
No.
You're too tall. You can't fit in a heart, dude. You're too big to fit in hearts.
That's got to be crazy to know.
You have to go in butts.
I'll go in. I'll go in everyone's butt, dude. Open your butt to the Lord, dude. Yeah, it's got to be crazy to know that. That's got to be disheartening to know that Jesus was only 5'5" for some
Why
people.
disheartening?
For some people, because people talk about man being made in God's image.
Mm-hmm.
The Son of God.
Yeah.
Clearly made in God's direct image.
Yeah.
Is only 5'5".
Huh. So you're saying God is a short king?
Maybe God's short. Maybe God's just short as fuck.
Tall is what's wrong. Ew.
Think about that. And you know what's crazy to me?
I don't like it. I don't like tall people. I don't like looking at tall people.
Just imagine a short guy bossing you around. Imagine a short guy telling you what to do all the time.
Oh, could you imagine if Jesus was one of those like, well, actually.
Yeah, what if Jesus was like, thank you. I hear what you're saying. Let's just take a second and unpack it, huh?
How about we put a pin in this?
Yeah.
Circle back to it.
Heard.
Copy that. Copy that.
You know what? Roger. Going to take it back now.
So real quick, Napoleon was approximately 5 feet 7 inches tall.
Oh,
which was an average height for a Frenchman during his era. Despite the common misconception that he was short, the myth of his small stature was likely a result of him being surrounded by unusually tall elite guards and the use of different French and English measurement systems for his height.
There you go. It's all propaganda, dude.
Yeah.
It's all propaganda.
It is propaganda.
And that's where, like, again, I fall victim to it. I fell victim to it for the longest time. I was like, Napoleon's a fucking midget. And I remember thinking, like, I was like, how impressive that he did all that shit with a huge handicap. Yeah. I was like, wow, midget should be celebrating Napoleon right now.
Yeah, he is the midget king.
He is the midget king. He's definitely the midge king.
For sure.
And I don't know why I thought it was just like, no, you have a Napoleon complex because you're short and you're mad all the time. I was like, no, I think you find out that Napoleon's only 5'7". You're like, no, I think he's just mad just because he's a dick.
I think he was just good at something.
He might have been just good.
And he's like, this is the thing I'm good at. I got to do this thing.
I'm good at commanding French armies.
Yeah, my favorite thing about Napoleon is so he was exiled.
Yeah.
After, he did his campaigns, got a lot of fame, thought he was a god. Not a god, but he was like, I am the ruler of the world.
Sure.
And they exiled him. They were like, dude, you think you're too much. You're acting taller than you are. You gotta go. Sent him to an island, and they also they exiled some of his soldiers with him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So while he was there, or maybe they didn't exile his soldiers with him, but anyway, while he was exiled, he basically rounded up an army. He found a way to round up an army, go back to France with an army that he, while exiled, rounded up, and took it back over. And then lost it again. But still,
but he did
that thing.
He did it on an island.
That's crazy.
That is wild because the people that got there were just looking to vacation.
You know what I mean?
They were just showing up.
They're like, dude, I'm a coconut person. Like, what are you talking about?
Gets off. He's like, I'm on island time right now. It's like, actually, you're joining the fucking battalion. Get the fuck on this horse.
You want me to join your battalion? You just introduced me to shoes. Like, what are you talking about? Hold a gun? What are you talking about? It's crazy.
Imagine if there was one islander who is like, some of them, they don't even speak the language. They don't know what's going on. But there's one islander like, hey, so this is a lot to unpack right now. Like one islander like, all right, look, we'll do it. We're on board. Sure.
Yeah.
But don't know what this is. I got to be honest with you. A little lost on the gun thing. I don't. I've never ridden a horse. What is a horse?
What is a horse?
Please explain this to me.
And it's not going to eat us. That thing's not going to eat us.
Just imagine a guy, like, it would be great if there was, like, just an islander who's just like, look, I'm willing to, I'm going to suspend all disbelief here. For the longest time, we were actually worshiping this rock that looked like a bird we saw once. You guys show up. I don't know what's happening. You guys got these weird what is it? This is a horse? What does it do?
Yeah, I need to think about this. You guys can catch up with me over at Cacao Rock.
So wait a minute. You're going to tell me that there's another god that does what? And he sounded like what?
How big is his rock?
Okay, and what happened to him? That's crazy.
Yeah.
What? I never made that up in a million. That's got to be wild, too, to just imagine being like an indigenous, like not just an indigenous culture or tribe. An indigenous tribe on an island that literally has no idea about anything. Mm-hmm. And then someone comes up and it's like, what do you guys worship here? He's like, yeah, we have this brass golden monkey that we carve. We were just, they live in the trees. They're amazing. They provide for themselves. They've given us, we actually eat them sometimes. And we live in a cohabitatable thing. It's amazing. So I was like, yeah, but have you heard of Jesus? It's like, wait, what? It's like, yeah, your God's retarded. Just being like, your God's an animal. You can't worship that. What are you talking about? At least this guy walks on water. We're like, what do you mean he walks on water? It's like, you would not believe half the shit I'm going to tell you. Just being told. That's another time that I kind of wish I could have been around for. Well, is the wild sell of Christianity right off the bat.
Wasn't that wild?
That seems a little wild.
Well, we're comparing it to I'm actually really familiar with the history of not just Christianity, but other religions too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and they were wild. It was Christianity. The reason why Christianity took hold is because it was one of the least wild religions that were popping off for people to choose from.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but
it was the Silk Road is what made Christianity pop off. Before then, Christianity was kind of falling by the wayside.
Sure,
it wasn't really that popular. Buddhism was a lot more popular beforehand. Islam wasn't popular either, but the Silk Road also popularized that.
Sure.
Right? Muhammad went around garnering all sorts of support for Islam.
Also, we don't know what Muhammad sounds like, but apparently we can't even speculate.
No, I'm not going to speculate what he sounds like, but
I don't want to ruin our Islamic fan
base. The way he did things was pretty crazy. He would go to people and be like, hey, I have this new religion. It's called Islam. You should follow it. And they're like, we're not going to follow it. And then he would beat the shit out of them and take all their gold and like, how about now? That's basically how. And then,
give me all that gold.
Yeah, give me all your gold.
Now, we're not saying that's what Muhammad
sounded. We're saying
we're not saying that's what Muhammad sounded like.
But it's how gold is taken.
It's how gold. You do say, come on.
So then rumors started going around that they were going around doing, and they would like amass people like, okay, you're now with us. And then they would go to the next town and be like, we already heard what you're doing. Here's our gold.
Yeah.
Give me that Islam.
Yeah.
And that's how Islam got big. Christianity was falling by the wayside. And then like missionaries started going around with Christianity, and they were outselling Buddhism. That's all they had to do.
That's a crazy thing to try to outsell.
But it was easy.
Yeah, because
Buddhism was boring.
I mean, there isn't much to Buddhism. But that's how I think religion should be, though. When you think about the grand scheme.
But that's not what the people wanted. The people wanted razzle dazzle. They didn't want
a fat guy just being like, yo, existence sucks. Dude, and sometimes it doesn't.
Monking out. They would have like these not temple. What am I trying to say? Like shrines. They would have shrines along the Silk Road.
Wait a minute. Before you say razzle dazzle.
Yeah.
That Buddhism doesn't have razzle dazzle.
No razzle dazzle.
What about Buddhist monks knowing kung fu and stuff? What about Buddhist monks' martial arts? That's pretty razzle and or dazzle. That's the most razzled. Where's Christian kung fu? Where's Muslim kung fu?
The thing. That came later. That came later. They were peaceful people. That came later.
Yeah, they're always peaceful. Even the martial arts are peaceful. They just do it as a discipline, dude.
Yeah, but they didn't need it for. They weren't under threat as Buddhists. They weren't really under threat.
They weren't.
I mean,
until the Christian shows up and they're like, "Yo, this fat piece of shit."
That's what happened.
Yo,
so they
these
didn't
guys
have
are fat asses.
So Buddhists didn't have anything. They were ascetics, right? The whole point of Buddhism was to have nothing.
Sure.
And to get what you needed from the kindness of others.
What a bunch of freeloaders.
Right? They were freeloaders, and they would go to. So they didn't have anything. Christianity started popping off, and people were loving Christianity. They no longer wanted these Buddhist shrines. They wanted churches, and they were like fancy, and they had all sorts of iconography and stuff that was fun to get. Yeah. They had like tithes and offerings. Dude, they had like a savior that died and came back.
But that was a lot of religions. A lot of religions had to follow that model.
Buddhism didn't have this at this point. Islam didn't have that. Judaism didn't have this. Only Christianity had a
sure at the I
they,
guess,
they were the only religion with a sequel. That religion was the sequel.
I mean, I'm not going to say that that's entire. There's no way that's entirely accurate. I will say popular sequel.
No, it was. So I mean, what Zoroastrianism, the fire worship thing? No, there were no other. Christianity was the first dead returning from the zombie Messiah.
Sure, yeah.
It was
I thought you were talking when you said sequel. I thought you were talking about the Old Testament and the New Testament. That's what I was going Terminator math. I was going to say like Terminator is definitely the Old Testament of Terminator. And
that's Judaism.
And then Terminator 2 is Christianity. Which again,
Christianity is the sequel.
Yeah,
it doesn't. Christianity doesn't have a sequel. Christianity. Do you is think the sequel.
At any time Christ was like, "I'll be back"?
Yes,
he had to.
Yeah, it did. He literally said it from the cross.
Did he say that? That he was coming back?
He was like, because everybody was upset and crying at his feet, and he was like, "Y'all chill, y'all."
No, I don't think he was like. He was like, "All right,
I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back."
Well, here's the thing, honestly, if you think about it, I just found out my dad's going to bring me back.
Oh, stop crying. You're crying. I'm not crying. You're crying. I'm not crying. You're crying.
I do wish that, too, if like Jesus was like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You said we're going to get crucified? Oh, no.
So that's basically how it was spread through the Silk Road. Like, it was like...
Okay. Yeah,
that's how Christianity popped off. It was about to go extinct.
Yeah, well,
but they started dancing and shit.
But I would say when you said, didn't you say that Christianity was a boring religion?
No, Buddhism was boring.
Yeah, but then you said in the beginning nobody wanted Christianity because it was boring.
Because no. People just weren't identifying. It was just they thought it. People were trained to believe that a religion was supposed to be closer to what Buddhism was. So when Christianity first popped off, they were like, "This is a little much. This isn't religion." But then you get to dance in Christianity.
But I see. This is where I guess my whole gripe with the whole idea of it in the beginning is someone's like, "Yo, we have Buddhism," and someone's like, "Pfft. Have you tried Christianity?" And they're like, no, like we already have a God. Like we know the God.
There's no God in Buddhism.
Or we have the thing that we are practicing our life around.
Yeah.
And then you have Christianity showing. I was like, you shouldn't be practicing your life around that. You should be worshiping God. Mm-hmm. But then Islam is like, well, we know what you guys are doing, but did you guys try Allah? And then Hindu's like, yeah, we know what you guys are doing, but have you tried Ganesh? It's like a wild thing to have that many ideologies going on all at once, and someone's like, no, ours is the best. That blows my mind.
But they were also mixing them back then too.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing too.
That's what Sikhs are. A Sikh is a mixture between Islam and Hindu.
Whoa.
And they were like, I like a little from column A, a little from column B.
I don't think you should be able to do that. I don't think you should be able to
exactly be able to do that.
I don't think you should be able to do that.
I think that's what religion should be. I think it should be an
tapas?
a la carte. Yes.
You think you should be able to do little sprinkles of shit?
Yeah. Like, I like this. Ooh, I love this.
Yeah, I think what that is, again, I think if you are picking and choosing the good stuff from religion, the good stuff, you might just be a decent person.
Yeah, for sure.
So that you don't need it. That's the thing. If you need the idea of religion, you're like, this is Christianity. And someone's like, whoa, I don't like a lot of that wild, bad shit in there that you're telling me to also observe and have to do. I'm just going to take the good shit out of there. You might just be a regular good person. People who follow blindly with that stuff, I don't think they're that good of people.
Well,
I don't think they're that good.
You also got to keep in mind a lot of concepts were new back then.
Oh, sure, I can
like doing to others that you want done unto yourself was a brand new concept.
I get that too, and I also will give you this. I understand. Love
your mother and your father was a new concept.
That's a crazy thing.
Children used to kill their parents. the first chance that a kid could hold a knife, they would murder their parents. For thousands of years.
Wait a minute.
7-year-olds were just roaming the countryside.
We got to defend against these kids.
Nobody in society was over the age of 14.
That sounds like a fucking wild society.
For thousands of years.
But I think, just like there was one time where someone was like, if you don't have religion, like how do you know what's good or bad? Like without...
Agreed.
What are you talking about? I without religion, if you need to be worried about the fear of reprisal for your actions, you never knew what was good or bad.
Okay.
That's fucked. You can just know.
Everybody's born horrible. We're all monsters. We're born monsters.
I don't know about that. I disagree with that. I think there are some people you can choose to bend whatever rule or whatever thought you have. But in the end, when it comes down to it, you either do or do not know the difference between right and wrong.
Nah.
No, I think
religion's needed.
No, it's not.
It's so necessary.
I don't think it is.
You can't say the problem. The only problem with this is you can't separate the two historically. Like there's not a time that you can go back to and say, see, back then before religion, everything was fine. Like we can't.
No. What I'm going to say is I understand why religion was needed at a point. I understand the whole idea and foundation. But what I am going to say is the bastardization of what it has become. We should be able to understand, interpret that, and shed it. Yeah, we can take what it is given. Like you're going with the Tapas thing. We can take what it's given us and understand that is no longer needed.
It is.
I don't think it is.
It's so needed.
I don't agree with that.
But this is you're not a religious person.
I'm not.
Right? So you're coming at it from a standpoint of seeing religion from the bad parts of it.
No. I'm looking at it through a logical lens.
Well, no. You can't because here's why you can't. No. Here's why you can't. You have to know the doctrine. Like I grew up. Like I've read the Bible multiple times, and I don't even think I can look at it from a logical lens because I haven't absorbed so much of the teachings that I can regurgitate. Like if you can't regurgitate the necessity for it in detail the way that a biblical scholar could, then you can't logically also state the reasons we don't need it.
I can also say this. This goes back to the bastardization of said religion.
But that's what I would disagree with.
The bastardization. You don't think religion has been bastardized?
And this is the point that I'm trying to make. From the outside looking in to a religion, it is easy to see it as being bastardized. But from the inside of the religion, when you're getting all of the nuance of the religion, you can see you're not seeing it as bastardized. You can see that some people use it and try to manipulate.
Sure.
But the whole religion hasn't been bastardized. Some people are bastards.
But I'm also going to say that it's been bastardized by logic and advancement. You don't think that. You still, like, this comes down to basic logic. To believe, look, I understand that being in antiquity, in a very ancient time, people were not the smartest. They just weren't. And I understand when you are confronted with something you do not understand, you will make up or however you can to rationalize it or understand it as best you can. Do I believe personally that a man was that God sexually assaulted a woman, then she gave birth to what is essentially him, who he then gave powers to gain followers, then had him killed, knowing that he was going to die, then resurrect after being dead for 3 days, and then telling everyone that if they do not worship and follow him, they will not be able to enter the kingdom of God. Do I believe that a fantastical story like that actually took place? And to believe
that's not Christianity, but go ahead.
That's not Christianity?
No. And this is like, I'm not even...
That's not what happened to Christ? Christ wasn't born of a virgin? Christ was not born... So his mother was sexually assaulted by God?
No.
She wasn't...
Sexual assault is not a miracle. Nobody has ever gone to a hospital to get a miracle kit done on them.
She consented to God?
Yes.
Okay. So let's take back the questionable consent. We don't know what happened. We don't know what God slipped in anybody's drink.
Do you know that Mary was told that she was going to birth the Messiah?
By whom?
Like a wise guy? I don't know. Like an Italian mobster? I don't know who the wise guy is.
So an angel?
I don't know who it was, but she was. That's why having this conversation with me is a little tough, because I know.
You can just say you believe.
No. Well, again, from what I know of the religion, of the historical aspects of the religion,
sure.
She was told that she was going to birth the Messiah.
Okay,
and she was like, I don't know if I can be the mother of God, and they were like, but you can, and she was like, I guess I can, and then they were like.
No, but you can't.
If you say so.
When you put it that way.
I mean, what do I know? I'm a teenager.
I guess I'm only 13 years old. That's crazy.
I just killed my parents.
Wait a minute. You trying to say I'm going to shit out a kid? I'm just 14.
Yeah. So that's an important part of.
Okay. So taking all of my misinformation that I have. Mm-hmm. To believe, though, that there was a man performing miracles and that he was crucified, then resurrected, and the only way you can enter the kingdom of God is taking Jesus into your heart and adopting him as the Messiah. I don't believe that was a thing.
Okay.
I just don't. I think of it as a very good allegory for something else, a very good teaching tool. But there are people that really do believe that Jesus will return in a new Messiah.
in a new car.
In a new car, yeah.
Show up in a Chevy Enclave. Jesus showed up in a Kia Carnival.
Return of the Jesus.
I can take as many people as can fit.
Imagine having to make multiple trips.
Yeah, I'm going to have to make a couple trips.
You're waiting for Jesus to come back, and then it's not Jesus, it's another guy. It's like he's taking a nap. He is worn the fuck
out. I'm the Uber Jesus sent to pick you up. Yeah.
You have to check the license plate.
Jesus is treating us all like a side piece.
Carlos, he's like, hello, welcome. Picking up for Sidney and family to the kingdom.
No, not Jesus, Jesus.
Hello. Now, is it cool is the music okay? Too cold in here? It's going to be a little bit of a long night.
Yeah, the water's fine. Just kidding, it's wine.
You're playing the little game on the back. Yeah. Oh, I thought that was Montana. It's not. It's South Dakota. Yeah, I think just the idea of of Jesus returning is kind of wild to me. That's a wild concept to me.
Okay.
Especially, the only other reason I will also say that is Doomsday prediction after Doomsday prediction after Doomsday prediction.
Yeah, but those are humans.
Doomsday, being told by God, being told by using the using the teaching of the Bible.
Who?
What are you talking about? Every one of the people that have claimed this.
That's not.
They
what
have
happened.
claimed to use the teaching of the Bible.
No. They're not told by God. They are attempting to use a human interpretation to predict.
So you're trying to say that no doomsday cultist has been told by God that when you don't believe that?
No.
I'm willing to bet there is evidence of such. There's no way that they're all just like...
There's evidence that God told them.
There's got to be...
Or evidence that they believe
God told them.
That's not the same as God telling them.
Okay. Again, semantics. That is
no,
semantics.
it's not semantics. But
if they believe God told them, then God told them.
See, it's only semantics when we're talking to... when we're looking at it from an idea of already not respecting the religion. Right?
I'm not disrespecting.
No, not disrespecting, but not respecting. There's a difference, right? I know it's semantics, but there is a difference. Okay. And if you don't respect the religion, then you can see it that way.
Sure.
Right? As like people being taught, but the Bible is very specific about the people that God has spoken to.
So how do you? So is he never going to speak to anybody else?
We don't know. It's God.
But if it's very specific in the book, then it can be open to interpretation of who and when and how.
But we're talking about a God, and we're trying to use human logic to perceive a God, and it can't work.
Okay. So we're trying to use human logic.
We don't have the proper measuring tools.
Then why would he even give us the tools to begin with to even worship?
What tools?
The tools of interpreting, seeing, and then giving us his only son to then have us worship through him. What was the point? If he's not going to be able to, if he's going to do all that, and then you're like, no, but you'll never understand what I'm doing and why. That's wild, isn't that? But then
no. God didn't say you'll never understand why I'm doing this. We just can't understand because it's a God. He didn't say, just because we don't understand doesn't mean he was like, this is so you can. Like, we're just not capable of understanding the mind of a God. We're talking about, again, and if you just look at it this way, a God, let me take a step back. All right? Just look at somebody who is like a manager at a Boscov's. Right?
That's the closest thing we have to God, right?
That is the closest thing. Boscov's is the closest thing we have to heaven.
Yeah.
And a manager of a Boscov's.
They do say the night manager is crucified. Easter weekend it is. It is foretold in the bylaws of Boscov's.
It is.
I think it is.
Reading, Pennsylvania, the flagship Boscov's.
It is wild. Who'd have thunk it?
But here's the point that I'm making. If you don't work that job, you don't know all the things that go into that job. You can speculate, but there are going to be nuances, and there's going to be a decision-making process that manager is going to have that you're not going to understand, even if you were the manager of a JCPenney's. It's not the same as being a manager of a Boscov's. You're not going to understand what it's like to manage a Boscov's. Now we're talking about somebody that is managing a planet, a universe, a solar system. I don't know if I did those out of order. A galaxy, probably for sure out of order. But do you know what I mean? And then
Starbucks.
A star.
You know how it works.
And all the Boscov's. He's managing all the Boscov's.
Every one of them.
So now if we can't comprehend the mind of a Boscov's manager because we haven't had that experience, how are we going to even begin to comprehend the mind of a God when we haven't even had we've had closer to the experience of a Boscov's manager as people.
Sure. But I guess it's more like, wasn't the teachings of Jesus, and again, forgive me if I'm wrong, weren't the teachings of Jesus, because Jesus, the Son, the Father, and the Holy Ghost, Jesus is, what is it called? Transfiguration. He's all three things. if he's all three things, then therefore you're getting the word of God in the teachings of Jesus. So then Jesus said what those things were in the Bible. So that is God telling us what it is. That is the ideas of God. That is the formal teachings of God.
To the best that a human can understand.
So then I can be able to understand.
You can only understand what you can understand.
Then why?
It's not to understand the full majesty of God.
Gotcha.
It's to understand what you need to understand so that you can end up in God's grace.
But if he gave me things that I can only understand to a point, how would I ever be able to get in his grace?
Because he gave you the information to get in his grace.
But I don't really fully understand it because this is just an interpretation.
He gave you the information to get into it. But here's what I'm saying. You're given the information. You're given the directions on how to get into the grace, right? So, how do I say this? So, it's like motherfucking got it. You ready?
Crush it.
I can give you instructions
on
how to drive a car.
Sure.
I can teach you how to drive a car.
Gotcha.
Right? That doesn't mean you'll know how the car works.
Okay.
Right? But you don't need to know how the car works to drive the car. Okay? So you're not to know how the car is made.
But I can figure out how the car works, right?
In this situation, yes. Because the car is a finite machine. But we're talking about infinity.
So this is a magical car that I'll never know.
No, but God is infinity, though. Or God is an infinity. God is who makes infinity?
Infinity.
Infinity. It's just infinity.
Who manufactures that? Yeah. I think infinity does.
Yeah. But do you know what I mean? Like, so, but yeah. I'm just trying to use an example, and yes, this example is fallible because
sure.
But it's an example that is the closest thing that I can use to express the gap in knowledge between the directions to use something and understanding how that something works and applies itself. Like we're not. That's not what we're given, and we're not. You can want to know that for sure. You can want to know that, but you also have to have faith that God has your best interest in mind. Like that's part of the faith.
I can see that, and I can respect that.
Yeah,
the belief. However, I just don't understand it.
You're not supposed to.
That's what cripples me.
Yeah,
is question.
You can question,
but that's not faith.
Yeah, but you can also find. What do you mean that's not faith?
Faith is believing without question. That's what faith is. Knowing that something or something has your best. You don't think that's faith?
No, faith is believing beyond questioning.
Okay, so you're not questioning.
No. You're questioning, but you're still believing. For example, I have faith that I can trust Ansley, right? I have faith that I'll come home and dinner will be on the table. That doesn't mean while I'm out, I'm not like, man, did she make dinner tonight? Like, I hope she didn't forget to make dinner tonight. So yeah, I can question it, but I still believe that it's going to happen. You wouldn't be able to have faith in something unless you question it. That would just be believing. You need doubt in order to have faith. Without
I thought faith was the absence of doubt.
No, faith is not the absence of doubt. And this is, dude, Ryan, I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. I'm not bullshitting you. You would like religion.
I don't think I would.
Dude, you would fucking love it.
Look, I can respect it as, first off, I can respect the stories. I can respect the greatest story. Look, there's a reason it's called the greatest story ever told. It's the greatest story ever fucking told.
I mean, but
it's a wild ass story.
It annoys me that you're saying that and you haven't watched Stargate SG-1.
I've seen Stargate.
The movie.
Stargate is all I need.
The movie.
Yes, the movie.
The show is the greatest story ever told. And it's not even close, man. It's not even close. I read the Bible.
That's a wild thing.
I saw Stargate SG-1. I know both stories.
I'm telling you.
Stargate SG-1, and it's not even close, man.
But Stargate SG-1 isn't something I need. I need Stargate. I don't need Stargate SG-1. Stargate has given me everything I've needed from that.
Man. I can't even explain
I don't even have
to you.
I don't even have
the pain my soul is feeling.
I don't even
hearing you say these.
I don't
things.
even have faith that Stargate SG-1. I don't even have faith that SG-1 will give me what I have gathered and taken from Stargate.
So let me just say this. Well, there's two things. Because one, we ended up in another religious discussion,
Sure did.
which is like, I don't know if we can post this.
No, we can. This is fine.
You sure?
Yes. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It was goofy.
It was goofy? Are you sure it was goofy?
What are you talking about?
You sure it was goofy?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you hear us in imitating Jesus?
That was fun.
Come on.
But I'm worried about I'm worried that we might have bait and switched people early on, where they're like, oh, this is gonna be a goofy discussion, and then we were like just debating the merit, like faith in understanding.
No, I mean, look, we definitely went into a serious little fucking. But it wasn't too ungoofy. You made it an amazing comparison to Boscov's and God. Do you know how many people can do that? Not even God. Do you know that God wouldn't compare himself to a Boscov's manager?
God would use Macy's, obviously.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, God would use Strawbridge and Clothier. It's
well, maybe Bloomingdale's, but Strawbridge doesn't even exist anymore.
And what I'm saying is that's a...
All right. All right. Listen, I'm going to trust you. I'm going to trust you on this. I'm going to trust you on the fans are going to...
Sidney, you have to have faith.
I do have faith.
You have to believe.
Because I'm definitely questioning it.
Yeah, you got to do it without a doubt,
But
man.
I'm going to have faith.
You got to stop with your doubting.
No,
you
you
gotta man.
You got to doubt.
No, man.
Doubt is necessary.
Look, without a doubt, I believe that I'm going to clog a toilet. But I don't even have faith in the fact that it'll go down. I take reality for what it is, and I make accommodations for my own actions.
Let me ask you this question. This is an age-old philosophical question I think is going to give me an understanding of where you stand on certain things. Who is more brave, Batman or Superman?
Batman. Everyone knows Batman.
And then why is he more brave?
Because he's a mortal man. Batman is more brave because he's a mortal man. Superman doesn't have to worry about being brave. He is an alien from a different place who is enhanced by Earth's yellow sun. His fear is palpable only because he was raised by the Kents. He doesn't really understand exactly what's going on. If anything, the allegory and the connection you can make to Superman.
Oh, don't tell me what my connection is.
I'm just saying you could make the connection that Superman is a god.
Well, no, that's not even where I'm going.
Okay.
Where I'm going.
But Batman's braver because he's a dude.
Exactly. So that's to going back to faith.
Sure.
Right? You can't have bravery without fear.
Sure, yeah, that's sure.
You can't have faith without doubt.
I'm not saying you're wrong. What I'm saying is that other fundamentalists will say
That's
you're
not
wrong.
true.
I'm willing to bet. Ask Rock.
Yeah.
Ask the computer. It's wild you're asking a robot about
it. Wait, how do you want me to phrase this question? Can you...
I mean, you can phrase it any way you want. I just think, see, that's the other thing, too, is like you really are being a topist guy. You're taking one thing and it's like, I'm going to say what I'd like and believe what I'd like about religion, and I can respect that. But then I will also ask a robot who has a vague concept, I can only assume, of what religion actually is. That blows my mind.
Yeah. So some religious traditions, like some interpretations of Christianity, emphasize that doubt can coexist with or even strengthen faith. while others encourage a steadfast, unwavering belief rooted in spiritual apprehension rather than explicit proof.
Fundamentalists.
Whoa. Unwavering belief rooted in spiritual apprehension. Apprehension is questioning.
I don't know about that.
That's what apprehension means.
But then why would they phrase it like that?
Because it's trying to sound smart. And this is why these conversations are hard, man. Because it's like we're not smart enough to have these conversations. We're asking shit like, why do they say apprehension? Do you know what I mean? Like,
but I don't have faith in it. I will never.
Tough. These conversations are tough, man.
I can't do that. But look. When it comes down to it, I think we need like a newer, cooler religion. I think that's really what
I think Christianity is the best thing that ever happened
to
society.
You think that's the coolest one?
I think it's the best thing that ever happened to society. I think Christianity, I am a red-blooded American. I think Christianity and American capitalism are the two best things that ever happened to the planet.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I mean, and I don't really practice Christianity or have money. Yet I still believe in Christianity and capitalism. Yet I still believe.
Also pretty wild. And look, I can't knock your belief.
Yeah.
I do think though that it would be. I do think we need a new idea, and we're moving out of that age too.
No, we're not.
No.
We're moving back towards religion
in the biblical sense.
What do you mean?
The age of Aquarius. If you're looking at the age of the houses that we're in right now, we're moving into the age of Aquarius, and that will usher in. If you look at the way that the rise of new religions, every age that has passed, we moved into the house of Pisces, which I think is the house the age that we are in right now, where Christianity has taken a stronghold, or the idea of Christ being the Almighty. But moving into the age of Aquarius is when, because during the Pisces, that's when they threw down the ram's horn. And that's where the idea of regular Judaism had been not welshed out or snuffed out, but the idea of Judeo-Christianity had been on the rise. And then if you looked at the way that that's going to happen, moving into the age of Aquarius, is where they're going to throw down the idea of Judeo-Christianity, and maybe a new God will arise from then.
Who told you that?
I watched a bunch of documentaries about religion.
No.
That's not a thing?
No. Dude, okay. So, yes, it's true. We are moving into the age of Aquarius.
And
we are moving out of the age of Hufflepuff. Aquarius is short-lived. Then we're going to go into Ravenclaw.
I'm saying a new god I don't even like Harry Potter. But like a new Potter-esque God would be sick.
I think. Listen, what
I'm just saying. Like, look, I don't like Harry Potter, but he's got all the same things as Jesus. He lived.
Yeah.
He was a boy. He came into his own fucking magical powers.
Yeah.
His parents didn't like him. They're dead. You know.
Yeah. So I'm like, I can have this discussion, and I can riff about there being a new God, because I do have faith in regular God. So when I do it, it's satire. But when you do it, it's blasphemy. And I'm afraid that you're going to go to hell. So I want to partake in this riff with you.
Craziest
I want to join this riff with you. But I don't want to, I'm good.
You just N-worded religion for me. That's exactly what you did. When I say it, it's a term of endearment. And when you do it, you're a racist.
Dude, it's religiousist when you do it. Dude, I don't want you to go to hell.
You just religious.
I don't want you to go to hell. I'm trying to protect your soul right now. Yeah, a new God would be cool. A new God that could come and do kickflips and hang out and
an extreme God. A new God who claims he can get you beer and he can't do it.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Straight up.
Lowers the drinking age.
Yeah.
To doesn't act up when they drink.
A new God who never requests gas money. He's just just cool. Chill, dude.
And I can talk about that. Sure. But if you start saying these things,
it's blasphemy.
Your soul is eternally damned.
I don't believe that it will be. I don't believe that it will be.
I have faith that it will.
And that's fine. And you know what, Sidney? I doubt that.
Yeah. That makes my faith even stronger.
My apprehension. I apprehend that punctiliously.
Yeah. No, we you know what we should do one day? We should get like a religious scholar.
A religious scholar?
An actual religious, like rather than us try to have a scholarly religious conversation, we should find an actual religious scholar and then be retarded at him with questions. Sure. And that way we can just still be retarded and let him try to.
That sounds like the most trying thing he's ever done in his life. Or she. I don't know. Is it now?
Come on, you know me better than that.
Don't you dare put that shit in it.
Don't you even.
Holy shit, I think we did it.
I think we did it.
I definitely think we did it. We did a very good war. You know what's funny? We've declared war on you so many times.
Yeah.
But then you declared a holy war on me. And you tried to there's a war on my soul right now.
I tried to talk to you about quitting smoking. We ended up now you're like, dude, I try to ask you about you quitting smoking and now you're going to hell. How did this happen?
Yeah, it's wild.
That's crazy. That's like getting fired on your day off.
What are you trying to do? I'm trying to kick the habit. Also, do you know you're fucking burning eternally? Fucking what? I did not see that coming. But yeah,
it blindsided. It was blindsiding.
It blindsided, but yeah. I think we definitely did what we needed to do. I think we covered what we needed to do. We also went over how we don't know what any biblically actually. We declared war on the sound of voice in antiquity.
That was fun.
We definitely did.
That was fun.
That was
and
great.
Listen, I'm not disparaging the whole podcast.
Like
I am concerned though. Because I know I struggle when I listen to comedy podcasts when they get into long religious discussions.
Yes, it can be. But I think this one is we circled the bowl.
Okay.
I think we circled the bowl.
Yeah.
And we flushed it down into hilarity. We got the points out that we were going to make.
Yeah,
we got to see two people disagree, but understand the disagreement.
Yeah, I
think that's where it comes down.
Yeah, we understand, and I think this was a great example of how two people can have a very disparate perception of religion and still get along.
Yeah,
there's still harmony. They still have harmony.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay that he's going to hell. I'm not.
Yeah, and I'm okay that when I finally break into heaven, you're going to be like, how'd you get in here?
I am ratting on you right away. Dude, I'm snitching so hard. I'm like, God, I don't want to bother you, but...
Dude, you're going to see a lot of me doing this.
Yeah. I'm going to be like, he's not allowed in here. He's not. What is he doing here?
No. I'm here to fix stuff.
You like walk in with a ladder.
I'm doing a lot of this.
Yeah.
I've got a clipboard. I'm just like, he's got it. It's crazy. We got to drop this off. Using a clipboard and just
walking around heaven with a clipboard and a ladder. Just like.
Is Archangel Michael here? Yeah, we'll get him. That's fine.
Dude, he's been walking around like this for like 400 years. Hasn't fixed anything. God, he doesn't belong here.
Dude, I'm just in the pool house messing with like a fucking valve. What are you doing? It's like, yeah, it's crazy. The pressure on the hot tub screwed up again. We're figuring it out. Like, that's what I know we're gonna figure.
And I'll be like, God, I think he's screwing the pressure up on purpose. I don't think there was anything wrong.
No.
I think he went to go
What's
check
gonna
it.
Happen is I'm gonna be messing with the valve, and you're gonna be like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "Shut up, dude." Like, oh my God.
Nope. No, I'm telling.
No. Look. I swear. Look.
Dude, there's gotta be somebody in heaven snitching on everything.
Don't be a fucking Jesus bitch, dude. Come on. Don't be a snitch. You can't be.
Dude, Karen's in heaven.
No. I'd be like, turn the other cheek and walk the fuck away, dude. Get out of my face.
Dog.
I'm fixing the pool.
A lot of people in heaven be like, stop judging me. Stop judging me. I'm not judging. I'm telling. I'm not judging.
I guarantee there's got to be a point where Jesus is like, oh my God, look, he's fine. I swear he's leaving. Let it go.
Yeah.
Do you want the pool fixed or not?
Dude, it's just like when you drop a complaint into the complaint box, it just goes into space. Yeah. it just becomes... It goes into the vacuum of whatever the fuck that is. It just goes into the whatever the hell a vacuum of space is.
Yeah. It's like you think you're reaching God. God's just pressing a button. It's just going in the trash. It's like, Jesus Christ. I cannot. Oh, my God. Thank you, Sidney, for bringing me on this journey. And thank you for everyone listening. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you check out the Patreon. You get a bonus episode. You get secret unreleased episodes. You become part of the community only for $3. It's going to be a fucking banger. And we drop a new episode every Sunday here at World War Fun. This has been great. And I'm glad, you know what? I'm glad you joined us as well. Thank you. Later.